Okay, so we tapped the bottom, we plugged it off, and the outer one here is the zone coming from the boiler, which we're already with where it's going. This is the inlet, I believe, and this is the outlet. So we cap the outlet. This is the zone. So we got a gauge on the zone, and this two middle ones here is the domestic. I think the water goes in here, it comes out here. So we cap that, and we put the other gauge. The only thing you'll notice about these gauges is this one's 100 psi, and this one is 30 psi. Now, the heating zone, the most highest it can go is 30 pounds. So that's going to be our test, 30 pounds for the zone. The highest the domestic should go, I think by code I could be wrong, 80 or 90 psi. We don't have to go that high. If we did the same 30 on both, that'll give us an idea of what's going on inside. We may push the domestic up to 40 or 50. I'm going to check with the code. I believe it's 80 psi because where this heater is going, it's about to get a new water service. It's got an old galvanized one now, and everything in the dwelling is copper. So whatever we're going to get from the street will be the pressure. I may even be able to test at another house with a gauge and see what the running pressure is from the main street and the static pressure. And that's what we want to use because that other dwelling, if I do that test, is not far from this dwelling. So that'll give me an idea of what the pressure in the system is between the two properties. So there you go. It's all set. The only thing I didn't have yet was, my soap. I want my soapy water. And before I put the pressure on it, as it's coming up, I want to spray and make sure that none of the connections are leaking. And also today, there's a big storm coming out of the Midwest that's supposed to reach us starting tonight. It's around 45 degrees, ideal painting weather right now. But the problem is when you put that air in there, we're supposed to drop again the next 1, 2, 3 days. The temperature's supposed to go down. When it goes down, the air is going to shrink in the test. So the good news is we're at the point we're ready for the test. I have that apparatus set up downstairs. All I got to do is plug it in, run the cord up. Another thing I don't have is the air nozzle for the Schrader valve. These are called Schrader valves. This one I got from someone. They said it was good. This one I bought new. So I want to have the key for the Schrader valve. And usually when they're new or old, I usually take them out and clean it out and grease them and put them back together, kind of keep them in service. So again, this one is going to go to about 30 or maybe 50, which is good because it's a 100 psi gauge. You see right there? So this is the 30 gauge. This will show better. You'll see movement easier on this one than you will on this one. So that's why I chose to put the lower gauge on the heating zone, which should only be 30 before it relieves itself. So I could drive this needle right up to the line and then let it sit. All it takes is a day. Come back the next day and watch it. It doesn't even take that long. You'll know, but I like to let it sit 24 hours, 2 days, and watch the needle fluctuate. If there's a hair leak in here, that needle will keep dropping. Again, like I said, if the temperature outside goes up, the needle will go up. When it goes down, the pressure goes down. And I've watched some of those for a week go up and down, which tells me there's no leak. So anyway, if it passes that test, this is all ready. There's nothing broken here. We'll clean all this out. I have a machine that's going to sand this off, and we have some epoxy paint or oil-based paint, and we're going to paint the whole tank white, take these brackets off, and measure the height again to make sure where it's going is going to fit. So there you go. See you on the next one.